Statewide Sheds. G'day, Bob. How are you?
Very well, Nick.
Congratulations on your support, your sponsorship here for the big one, the Wellington Boot.
Well, this is the first time we've got involved with a race meeting of this nature, and we've had marvellous coverage. We're very, very pleased with what the Wellington Race Club is doing for us.
In this particular area, Statewide Sheds will be very, very popular, I would imagine.
Well, Nick, surprisingly enough, we go all over Australia, so yeah, and this goes all
so
over
does this
the world.
television coverage, so that's good.
Well, we make a good pair.
Yeah, that's right. So quickly tell us a bit about Statewide Sheds, Bob.
Well, we've been running for 25 years. We cover the whole of Australia. We cover the full gambit of rural, industrial, commercial buildings, and all you have to do is give us a ring here in Dubbo, and we'll follow it through from there.
Can you give us a quick tip?
Yes. What is it?
Bowl William.
Bowl
The top one.
Bowl William. Yes. We've got some connections that involve a Bowl William.
Bowl William from Bowl Bob.
That's correct.
Thanks
Good on
for
you,
your
Nick.
time.
Thanks.
Well done. Statewide Sheds. They are the sponsors of the Wellington Boot for 1999.
We might take a look at the update on the boot at this stage. There's late mail and it's Cheeky Charlie. Number 4 being written by Hugh Bowman. Rod Galegas' tip. Look at the price. Wow. Bold William, 350. War, 16. Canadian Pacific, 28. Cheeky Charlie ran third at Narromine 11 days ago. Is paying $48. It's Rod's pick. Parting Jester, 13. Bounty's Angel, 9.80. Rich Dane, $8. River Cheyenne, 25. Blue Phoenix, 9.10. Na Tuo, 130. Number 11 is Precipice, 13, and Variant, $4.20 for the Sydney Cider, or Hawkesbury trained runner. 12-11-1 are Colin Hodges' picks. About to move up Fairfield, here's Des.
Yeah, this is race number 6 we're coming to now, and it is the New South Wales.
The Variant. Oh, I beg your pardon, the Waterhouse horse is a Blue Phoenix, of course. You keep thinking Blue Phoenix is a grey.
But that is Variant.
That is Variant, all right. And Variant at $3.30 is just the tote favourite here, Greg Radley.
Yes, it's a different story here on track because Variant open up favourite and will stay favourite. There's no doubt about that. It's the punter's elect. Was always going to be. Looks absolutely beautiful. She's very, very speedy. And in those 2 runs in Sydney, when she ran 4th to Katima and 4th to Candice Christie, she led and was run down by some pretty handy types. But today, from barrier 3, she'll get a beautiful run. And look, she looks at pictures. She's been on her toes ever since she's walked in the mounting yard. She looks really fresh and she looks good.
Now, there are tips for number 1, Bold William, and also for number 6, Bounty's Angel. Bold William, the sun looked beautiful on his coat as he was parading.
Look, he's a nice horse, Bold William, and Alan Robinson on board. If he can boot home a boot winner, it'll just cap off another great week for him because he's ridden a winner in Sydney on Saturday. He rode a treble the week before. He's just really riding well. And he's got the horse here who can win the boot, Bold William, because he's going to be, well, we think, parked right outside Variant. And he's the type of horse, Bold William, who will just keep fighting. There's no doubt about that. He did that at Newcastle one day, and not at Newcastle, at Gunnedah. And, you know, the confidence around for Bold William has ensured that the tote punters have almost got him favourite. And it's almost like that in the ring. He is starting to come in, but Variant still holds the call just.
OK, we're looking at the top weight and also War there, too, at $18. That horse named after Stephen War, I'm led to believe. There's the grey Variant at $3.20 on the tote. They are starting to move in at Nowra. We'll go to the Greyhounds and then we'll come back and have a final look at things at Wellington ahead of the big one, the boot. It's $2 even for the pink here, Waterfront, race 3 at Nowra. Tearing Rod Gallegos out of the Randwick Hotel if this wins.
He didn't tip it on air this morning, did he?
That's his tip. That's the late mail, Cheeky Charlie, and it's at 50-1. So anything can happen.
He knows a lot more than us. I didn't give it much over at all, Cheeky Charlie, but Rod Gallegos has tipped plenty of long shot winners in his time, and I'm not.
He's a long shot specialist. There he is there with Hugh Bowman, the apprentice, on board.
Well, interestingly, Cheeky Charlie is the only horse in the field trained on the track at Wellington. Last start 3rd at Narromine. Before that was 10th at Orange. Before that 2nd at Narromine. Before that 4th at Wellington. It's hardly form to get enthused about, but oh well, Rod's entitled to his tip.
What about your opinion on a horse like Blue Phoenix, who looked very well, and also Bounty's Angel?
Yeah, look, Bounty's Angel has got a definite hope. Ran 2nd in the Ballina Bracelet and was beaten by Grand Archway. Before that one, it's had its debut at Grafton, beating St Sophia. I'm starting to warm a bit to Bounty's Angel as the roughie in the race. He's 10-1. He's not much of a roughie, but he's one of the outsiders. This sort of horse, I know Greg Ryan's a little bit confident too, this horse could cause the boil over. If the favourites are going to go down, I think Bounty's Angel's the one to beat them.
Greg, also a horse called War too. When you look at the form surrounding all these 2-year-olds, War's form's not bad. Second at Muswellbrook and a winner at Newcastle.
Yeah, well, that day at Newcastle, he crossed over and he shared the lead. He was out 3 deep, but all the way down the straight, he just kept on fighting. And he just managed to get there in the final bound, and it was a good, tough, strong win. Michael Clout's a good trainer. He's trained a winner of a Wellington boot with Sengigi Beach, who stormed home to beat Global.
Is that more the price you expected about the bottom weight here, $2.70?
Well, that's getting into its price now, yeah. Last night, when the bookmakers put up their prices at the Calcutta, it was going to be about 7 to 4 all the way through.
They got it right.
I think they did, yeah. And Bold William, about $3.30 on the tote, was always around its price. So I think the tote has sorted itself out now.
It's a great race, this one, isn't it? There's always a bit of atmosphere around the boot, and we're just about to go to Cole.
Well, this is my first boot, and I can't believe the atmosphere here. People are here to have a bet. They're here to have a good time. And I tell you what, they'll scream the place down if Varian gets home. They want the favourite to win.
I'm looking forward to this race. Let's go to Cole Hodges right now for the call of the 1999 Wellington boot.
And there's, well, a bit more than a ripple of excitement through the huge crowd here at Wellington. It is knife edge anticipation as the field moves forward for the statewide sheds Wellington boot. River Cheyenne moves up wide. Precipice was inspected at the barriers by the vet. Pastors fit the run. The Graham Rogerson trained parting jester goes in. It's drawn pretty wide. Yes, Malcolm Johnson would love to win this as a trainer with Rich Dane as he rode Danza Dark to beat Mobile Dancer here in a Wellington boot. Now Narchua, there's 2 Central West horses. Narchua trained by Peter Stanley at Orange and Cheeky Charlie trained by Jim McMillan at Wellington. They're the 2 what you would call local horses in the race. Now Bounty's Angel from the Ross Stitt stable up at Taree about to go forward. Still out of line Cheeky Charlie, Bold William and War. War is trained by Michael Clout, who won the boot here with Sengigi Beach when it beat Global a couple of years ago. Bounty's Angel moves forward. Variant trained by Gary White. Gary's been up here and won quite a few trophies in the past. In the Central West, he's won 3 Orange Gold Cups. Peaceful Joe, 1985, and then Aussie Statesman, 90 and 92. And he's got Variant, who ran 4th in the Gimcrack Stakes and 4th in the Widden Stakes. Engaged, and Daniel Beasley is the jockey. The rider of Bounty's Angel has dismounted. Gay Waterhouse, who won the Wellington boot with Iron Horse, who later went on to win in Group 1 company. She is represented by Blue Phoenix. So Bold William and War kept well back behind them. They're just getting the rope behind one runner there to bring it forward. I just can't pick that one up from looking over at the barriers there. So Wellington, not a very big town, probably 5,500 people, puts on this race, which attracts Australia-wide interest. I think New Zealand might be betting on this race today also. Now War and Bold William, that was Bounty's Angel, the one that they are trying to get in the gates. The rider is out of the saddle. They have a fairly good run to the first turn where they reach the top of the hill, and often the sprint is on there from there to the home turn. As I mentioned, statewide sheds, the new sponsors, and they're based at Dubbo, so it's good to have a local firm sponsoring the boot for the first time here. And Bob Hognow and Jimmy Coggan, they were involved in the construction of the Dubbo Zoo. So as I say, if they can keep tigers and elephants in their enclosures, they ought to be able to keep your tractor in its shed pretty safely, or your sheep in a shearing shed. But their sheds go all over Australia and even down out to Norfolk Island. They're based right at Dubbo, next door to Wellington. Now, Bold William about to move up. And they're about set now. Statewide sheds, Wellington boot. There is a strange hush coming over the crowd. There'll be a roar when they let them go. Starter on the stand, ready to go now. Statewide sheds, Wellington boot, 99. Set. Ready, they dance these 2-year-olds. They want to get underway. Off and racing in the boot. Parting Jester out wide began brilliantly. Bold William from a wide barrier also away quickly, and Warriors burning across. Bounty's Angels run up to 4th, 5th Rich Dane. Now Variant is back centre field, the favourite. It's being passed by Cheyenne, River Cheyenne. Then came Cheeky Charlie. He's got about 5 behind him. Bounty's Angel getting well back. Going up in front of them was Blue Phoenix. Precipice is about 3rd last, then Canadian Pacific, and Nature is last. Parting Jester leads down the hill from War. Bold William to 3rd. Then came Rich Dane on the inside of Blue Phoenix. A couple back to River Cheyenne. On the outside, Cheeky Charlie. Around them, 3 deep goes Bounty's Angel. Variant, the favourite, is 4th last. Then Precipice, Canadian Pacific, and Nature is last. Parting Jester, 250 to go, the leader. Here's War, the centre. Bold William, the outside, and then Blue Phoenix. It's Parting Jester giving plenty. Bold William is battling on well. Then comes War, but the Graham Rogerson trained Parting Jester is too good. Parting Jester beats, I think, War second, half ahead in front of Bold William. Then Blue Phoenix, Bounty's Angel, River Cheyenne, Rich Dane. Then came Canadian Pacific. Precipice was next in, followed in by Cheeky Charlie. Variant, the favourite, never really got in the hunt, and last in was Nature.
Coming up here.
In New South Wales, beat 2 War and 1 Bold William. The trifecta $856 New South Wales. Favourite Variant looked all at sea on the track after getting led and a fair way back on the rail. Hit the rail on a couple of occasions and then just had no idea where he was going. Might pay to forget the run there of Variant when assessing the form in the future. Bendigo 417, Lachlan Ray 4 Hour Mr Axman 8.30, 5 Captain Starlight $4.20. Now you can have big odds for most of the rest, bar for Cossack Raider into $8.80 number 10 at the barrier. Bendigo race 5. Runners are at the boxes. Oh, they know they're just coming out.
The last for the Millennium. This combined just ducks away. Now he goes in. Bella Mahal drawn out on the sand. Now they're ready. There's the light. Stand up. A very evenly matched field indeed. Canak was off when he's 3rd. Can Captain Starlight win his 2nd? He's to be retired after today's event. And they're off in the Cup of 1999 to the roar of the crowd. And on the outside, Cole's Tip was one of the quickest away. Over near the inside, Bobby's Whistle quickly into stride. Also in advance of the favoured runner, Act was off, and also Chapel Dancer quite rapacious. Pin-Up Boy was the most smartly on the outside, and there goes Combined pressing forward into the first corner. Let's see if they can all get it around safely now as they swing on and throw on a sharp right. And it's Bobby's Whistle in front of the Cup. He leads by 3/4 of a length over Cole's Tip. Working to 3rd around the outside, then came Combined, followed by Pin-Up Boy. In behind them then came Quite Rapacious on the outside of Aquasoft. He's into a beautiful spot today. Let's see if he can shake this wet track hoodoo. 2 lengths off, then came Wawiri in a good spot in advance of Chapel Dancer. 2 lengths further back, then came Captain Starlight, followed by Our Mr Axeman. Then Cossack Raider, the fence covered up by Just Charlie. 3 or 4 lengths off, then came another Revival. And at the tail of the field is Bella Mahal. They work their way up the hill. They have short of 1,000 metres left to go in the Cup now. And the leader over on the inside is now Combined. Joined on the outside by Pin-Up Boy as they cross the top, and leads by 2 lengths over Cole's Tip, travelling 3rd. Then came Quite Rapacious as they commenced the run down the hill at the 800 metre mark, and just in behind them then came Aquasoft. He's off the fence now, and he started to get a bit of a go on. Bobby's Whistle was next, followed further back by Our Mr Axeman and Captain Starlight. They were followed further afield then by Chapel Dancer. Wawiri is scrubbed along at this stage, followed further afield then by on the outside Cossack Raider, and then coming into it fairly well around the outside was another Revival, and well back then came Just Charlie, and at the tail is Bella Mahal. So they come down and approach the home corner in the Cup, and at this stage it's anybody's race. Cole's Tip is the leader. He's challenged on the outside now by Aquasoft. He's coming home pretty well, the old boy. Over on the inside, Boy, Chapel Dancer, Quite Rapacious, and Captain Starlight down the outside. It's the Department of Veterans Affairs. Here they come, Aquasoft and Captain Starlight. It's the Golden Oldies. They settle down to fight it out. Captain Starlight, Aquasoft. Captain Starlight goes out on a winning note. 2nd over the line, Aquasoft. What a fight. 3rd over the line, then another Revival came from well back. Then came Pin-Up Boy. They were followed over the line by Chapel Dancer. The next one, Bella Mahal, Quite Rapacious. Further back on the outside, Cossack Raider. Then came on the inside there, Cole's Tip. He set the pace. A long way back then at the head of the others came Wawiri, never really in it from combined our Mr. Axman and Just Charlie. And here's another one, Bobby's Whistle pulling up at the tail. Well, you couldn't have scripted it better. You really couldn't have scripted it better, folks. Our Mr. Axman going for his third. Captain Starlight going for his second. They settle down to fight it out in the concluding stages. And number 5, Captain Starlight, just got there on the line. That's the most exciting Armidale Cup we've ever seen. They're both probably going to be retired after this race. Captain Starlight, definitely. He's done it, and he's done it brilliantly. Captain Starlight, Mitch Newman is first. Number 1, Aqua's off. As game as they come on a track that doesn't suit him. He gave his all. And in third place, number 6, another revival. Well done, Kathy Taylor, getting another revival into third. Captain Starlight. He's an 8-year-old chestnut gelding. He's by Star Shower from Jump for Kathy. He's raced by Miss MJ O'Gorman and T.R. Martin, Timmy Martin. He's out there at Wellington watching. Congratulations, Tim. Mitch Newman rode him a great race. In second place, Aqua's off, being partnered today by his old mate Gary Baker. He's by Zophony from Aquitana, raced by Mrs. W.M. and Neil Latimer. He's done you proud. Merv Corliss is the trainer. And in third place, number 6, another revival. He's an 8-year-old chestnut gelding by Warmington from Sweet Revival. PJ McGregor, the owner, Kathy Taylor, has done a marvellous job, and he's finished third, ridden by Michael Prince.
Congratulations to the winning connections, and congratulations, Kim Stewart, on a fantastic call of the Armidale Cup and your commentary today. Unbelievable, sensational effort by everyone there. So Captain Starlight to be retired after winning the Armidale Cup, a fairy tale story come true. On the track at Fairfield.
And that leaves